It's so easy to blame everything that's going wrong this year on COVID-19. Many people and many leaders have been doing exactly that. Is COVID-19 to blame for everything? I don't think so. Many of us have not been cognizant of all that was amiss globally leading into this pandemic. This crisis has just brought all these issues to the surface much faster and is making us see these issues more objectively. This pandemic is forcing change at an unprecedented pace. What would have taken 10 years previously is now happening in 18 months. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and COVID-19 has laid bare the inequality, the irrelevance, and the inadequacies of our current systems and institutions. Worldwide, in education, healthcare, and governance, most systems were long past their sell-by dates and were failing badly prior to this pandemic. Given a lack of options, we believed change was not possible. This crisis has forced us to adapt and think about everything very differently. It has also shown us how interconnected our social, economic, and environmental challenges are. This is our opportunity to build better, to reshape and recreate the new global order. In the first 6 months of this crisis, the developed world has pumped in a record amount of stimulus to prop up their economies and support its people. However, it would be impossible to sustain these levels going forward. We perhaps are going to be seeing critical election victories being contested for a multitude of reasons, throwing their nations and constitutions into crisis. We wonder if the leading democracies are going to fare better than the autocratic regimes. The systems are badly broken and patch-up jobs won't work. Whilst all this has been unfolding, environmental and climate issues have been almost completely forgotten. This is going to be the most serious catastrophe humanity will ever have to deal with. The reality is that our geopolitics are changing drastically because we are headed into a multipolar world. Our technology is changing fundamentally because we are headed into a digital world. Our physical environment is in complete upheaval due to zoonotic diseases such as COVID-19 and human-induced climate change. We need to face these challenges collectively, collaboratively, with civility. We find ourselves at historic crossroads. COVID-19 has forced us to take a closer look at our world, to adapt and rethink. So where do we go from here? Let's explore some of today's most pressing issues. How can we utilize digital platforms and emerging technologies for a better and more inclusive future? Can data for good be at the center of a new social contract? What innovative ideas can transform our failing healthcare systems and replace them with systems that actually work and serve all? Can we transform our 3-century-old education system to serve everyone of all ages all over the world equally? How can we foster continuous innovation in a constantly changing work environment? How do we build economies that deliver fair, inclusive growth, prosperity, and a safety net for all? We are barely into the new decade, century, millennium, and we are experiencing an inflection point in human civilization. There is no doubt COVID-19 will leave a lasting imprint on humanity. This pandemic must be a catalyst for real change. This is our opportunity to build better.